Classic TV fans, Rick9G here. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Gilligan's Island, more specifically about a Gilligan's Island episode in which there may have been some deception there. I'll tell you all the details and tell you which episodes I'm talking about in just a little bit. But before I do, I want to announce that I am giving away a DVD, Rescue from Gilligan's Island. It's the one that ends it all, everyone. It's the one that shows our castaways finally get rescued. It's the one you want to watch if you're a big Gilligan's Island fan. Or if you've already watched it, you can rewatch it if you win this DVD. Or you can watch it as many times as possible, which is really, really cool. I'll give you details to let you know how you can win. I'm also on my way to 150,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, so help in that goal by hitting that red subscribe button. Thank you. Now let's start from an episode from season 3. It's episode 3. It's called Pass the Vegetables, Please. Now let me know down in the comments below if you have seen this episode. It's one that I particularly like. It's pretty good. Now everyone on the island discovers that there's an amazing thing that washed up on shore. It's a huge packet of seeds. Everything from carrots to spinach to sugar beets is all in there, and the castaways are really determined to grow them. So they don't notice something, and that's that all of the seeds are treated with a radioactive chemical. And so what happens, these seeds grow into plants at an exponential rate, and they grow in these weird shaped ways. It's actually pretty funny. And the castaways began to experience some unusual powers. Now, while they're eating all of these vegetables, all the castaways decide that they're going to put their favorites next to them. Mrs. Howell, sugar beets, and Gilligan, spinach. That's really important to know and the focus of this video. Gilligan decides to eat spinach because apparently it's his favorite. Not only that, we can conclude that he's eating a lot of spinach because later on in the episode, look what he can do. He can lift up the skipper in just this amazing show of strength. He can also do a lot of things like lift this log that must weigh a few hundred pounds. It's a really good sight gag. The other castaways have these other powers. Again, it's a really good episode. But you have to note how Gilligan here is eating spinach. Now, why is this so unique? Well, let's go to another episode from season 3. It's called Lovey's Secret Admirer. In this one, which you may or may not remember, let me know down below if you did. It's the retelling of Cinderella, or that is, Mrs. Howell actually dreams that she is Cinderella. Why? Well, because all these love letters appears, and it leads her to believe that she is Cinderella in her dream, with Gilligan as her fairy godfather. It's pretty funny, and all the castaways play some type of role in it. Now, what's really important about this episode is the dream, of course, but Mrs. Howell wants to know who the secret admirer was. So what the professor does, he builds a lie detector. Yes, one of the crazy experiments, one of the crazy things he actually builds on the island somehow. I couldn't even build it myself with the technology of today, let alone on island with coconuts and gourds. Anyway, he builds a lie detector machine, and it's really funny to see all the castaways kind of use it and try to prove their innocence. That is, their innocence for liking Mrs. Howell. One of the funny scenes has to do at the end of the episode with Gilligan testing it out. Now, whenever he tells the truth, or anyone tells the truth, you see the green light go off. Whenever someone lies, there's a huge horn from the minnow that sounds, as well as the red light that turns on. Now, at the end of the episode, Gilligan is trying to lie and tell the truth to see if it's right or wrong, and this is what happens. So Gilligan first says he likes ice cream, and we, of course, see the green light turn on. Then he says, I like hot dogs, and the green light turns on again. Finally, he says, I like spinach, and the horn goes off, the red light comes on, and Gilligan just giggles. He doesn't really acknowledge it or deny it. So essentially, the machine is telling us that this is a lie. However, we saw in previous episodes that his favorite vegetable is spinach. So we can either say that there was a big blooper in the continuity here, or we could say something else. And that's to say that this machine that the professor built was faulty. Now, the professor did make many successful items and machines on the island, but he also made some that fail. According to the story, we see that most of these answers, true and false, were actually true, that it worked. but maybe this is the one that tells us that the machine is 98 or 99% accurate and not completely 100%. And so that would mean something else for the whole episode and who the admirer was and everything. It would kind of change everything, but it's just something. It's just little nugget. I want to know your thoughts here. I mean, it could either mean a blooper, continuity error, or in universe, in the story, it could actually say that the professor's invention was 99% accurate and not 100% accurate, because we know from the previous episode that he did love spinach. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. But I know most of you want to know how to win the Rescue from Gilligan's Island DVD. So what you have to do is hit the subscribe button. If you've already done so, then you're one step ahead. Secondly, hit the thumbs up like button. Thirdly, you must put the code down below in a comment. So you can write any comment that you want. And as long as you put Gilligan's lie detector, those 3 words, Gilligan's lie detector, in the comment, you will be eligible. And finally, you must submit your contact information. It's the top link in the description, not in the comments. Don't put your address in the comments. Click on the top link in the description. And that's it. I will pick a winner and announce it later on the YouTube community page and ship the DVD free of charge to the winner. Thank you so much for being so supportive to the work that I do. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, most importantly, be hopeful. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, especially my Diamond tier patrons. New patron Gerard D, David D, Citizen Kane 359, Greg S, Kevin K, Ricky, Sally, and Vito L. Make sure to check the links in the description to see how you could be on this list as well.